beatbox.
Everybody treat it a little bit differently.
I'm treat it as a hill.
If you feel free to it, I'm not going to stop you.
And we are going live.
Treat it as whatever I want.
5.
It's a 10-inch.
We're going to run video in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
going?
back. We are here for the semifinal round
That's right.
of the War Machine Weekend Invitational.
Top 4.
I'm just looking at our titles. You're a rambling man.
I'm
a
how
top
about that?
turnbuckler. Tony, you're adorable. Tony Bronacek, everybody. So, our match going on right now that we're not featuring is Chris Dancox, who we just saw on stream, facing off against Brett Fogel, so Trolls versus Circle. But the match we're facing is streaming is going to be JVM playing Legion to the surprise of literally nobody versus Corey Doyle playing Mercenaries. So we're going to go through their list real quick and talk about what they're playing. So it looks like Corey Doyle brought regulars for both of his lists. The list he's playing is Osram with 3 Bashers, 2 Drillers, and 2 Blasters. He's also got Alton Ashley, Anastasia DeBray, Eris 1, Gorman, Kel Baylock, a unit of the Horgenhold Artillery Corps. He's got 3 minimum units of Forge Guard, and he's got a unit of Kiazi Eliminators. We'll talk about what their lists do here in a second.
Sure.
So heavy Warjacks per unit getting an advanced move from the Theme Force, it's going to be just about all of them. He's facing JVM's list. JVM brought 2 lists. One of them was Chrissa 1, by the way, everyone. Someone we haven't seen in the tournament seen a whole lot since she was released in Mark III. But the list he's playing is Callus 1 in Primal Terrors. He's got a Blightbringer and a Harrier in his battle group. He's got Amok the Truthbearer, Gudrun the Wanderer, a Spell Martyr, 2 maximum units of Chosen of Everblight, 2 maximums of Blighted Rotwings, and 2 Hellmouths is what we're going to be seeing against each other. So let's talk about these lists for a little bit.
Sure. So you've seen a lot of Blightbringer and Hellmouth in this tournament if you've been watching the streams from yesterday and the day before. But Jake Van Meer's going to be using the Blightbringer differently because he doesn't have the same kind of list at all that we've seen from I think David Smith was playing it mostly, right?
Yeah.
With all the Warmongers. He's got a really different list here. And then if you watch Lock and Load stream, I think we've also seen like a lot of this kind of Osram list.
Yeah, the one that we saw previously with Corey Doyle was a Steelhead heavy list, but this one is definitely trying to just get a ton of, like, Osram and a ton of jacks we know is super, super powerful, right? Between the feat and the various spells he has available. And then 3 units of Forge Guard are like a problem to deal with. And the Chosen are known for being relatively tanky, especially if they're in the Blightbringer's Dragon's Breath buff. Mm-hmm. But man, Forge Guard.
Forge Guard.
For little dudes with hammers, they'll get some work done.
And they're adorable.
So we see a very tanky list in what Jake has brought with a lot of versatility with the 2 units of Blighted Rotwings. Like, those Chosen are going to be really tanky, able to hold zones very well. Corey's list has a lot of hitting power in the jacks and also has a lot of versatility in the solos he took and the units. So I think this is going to be a game of just the best plays. So we see that the players are deploying right now. Let's go ahead and get that top-down view. Looks like Jake is going to be our first player because he's already deployed. And now we see Corey setting up his deployment.
So we kind of got a case of the unstoppable force and the immovable object here.
Yeah. It's going to be really, really, really interesting and good game. Man, Corey painted yellow on his jacks. Yellow can be so hard to paint sometimes. I know Dallas makes it look easy because he's a wizard. And also because he uses the P3 yellows, which do go on like super smooth.
Right.
But man, yellow traditionally and white have always been tough for me until recent years.
Yeah.
So
I think yellow always looks super great on the table. I mean, you can see right now that they really pop on the table.
Super striking.
Here's a little pro tip for you if you're trying to paint yellow.
Yeah.
Paint it either over white primer, which is easy, or build up over rucksack tan if you're going from black.
No, nice. So we're going to let these gentlemen finish their deployment and kind of look at how they deployed and what they set everything up to be. It's going to be really interesting to see where those Hellmouths go. As you can see, they are playing Spread the Net. Spread the Net.
Spread? the net.
Spread the Net's got some of the most scoring opportunities you can have in a game. It has everything but objectives in it. You've got 2 zones scoreable only by Jackson battle engines, 1 zone scoreable only by infantry. Of course, all scenario elements are scoreable by casters. And then you got the 2 flags, the flanks scoreable by solos. So, first player to get 5 more than an opponent, or if it goes to the end of round 7, whoever the most CPs wins. And you need a little bit of everything to properly play Spread the Net. Also, being able to have a very, very wide footprint on the board is going to be important. Luckily, both of these players have large model count armies.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. Look at it.
So you see on the map, or on the board right here, those red markers are flags, right? And then everything else is more obvious. The red bases over there.
Yep.
We don't have those little standing flags like we often do.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Well, would you hit me with that top-down view? So what I want to go through is what the terrain elements are. Right here, we've got a forest. We've got a big honking forest right in the middle of the board. Another forest down here. So these are the woods. This area, the woods. We've got a really interesting linear obstacle here. I wonder if it's in the kill box or not. I didn't get a chance to see that ahead of time. Obviously, a massive obstruction right here. Probably going to come into play a little bit. We'll see. Great place to trench here right near this flag. That's going to be awesome. And then I'm not sure if they're running this as a shallow pool or an acid pool. Or shallow water is an acid pool. It's up to the players to decide ahead of time. Again, if anything's hiding behind here, I'm pretty sure that's anything up against the wall is going to be outside of the kill box. More than likely, same over here. But we know we get a little bit of a parallax when we're getting this top-down view, so we can't get the exact measurements. Yeah, Twitch chat. By the way, we are streaming live on Twitch. If you're catching this on YouTube, you should always come watch us live on Twitch because we like to interact with all of our viewers. So if you want to come talk to us and give your thoughts and opinions on what's going on, we'd love to hear that. Ron Lore on Twitch says, doesn't look like it's in the kill box. I agree, but we have been off on measurements we were pretty sure of with this view just because, again, it's a little hard sometimes to make sure you're 100% accurate when you're not actually at the table. But I agree. The chances that that's outside the kill box is really high. All right, so we see the 2 Hellmouths have been deployed. 1 Hellmouth put behind the woods in the center zone, which just amazing placement for that Hellmouth. It's so hard for him to get line of sight to that thing, and the tentacles are going to be able to move through freely. And then on the other side, up near the trench near the flag, we got the other Hellmouth up there, which is just going to be really strong. But this Hellmouth right here, man, that is... You couldn't ask for much better placement of a Hellmouth unless this was like a building that blocked line of sight
Right.
that went out like this. You're like, I don't even care about pulling things in the Hellmouth's mouth. I'm unkillable.
So Corey's kind of telling Jake Van Meter the mechanics he uses when he's playing. He's explaining that whenever he activates a unit, he's going to put down measuring widgets. He's going to state his intention. Just making sure the play is going to be super clean.
Yeah, this is great. This is amazing sportsmanship, especially at the pro level. They're having a full conversation about how everything is going to work, what dice count, what proxies count, everything you just said. And I love to see this. I love to see this conversation happen ahead of time. There's no surprises, and it really reduces the chance of, I don't want to say arguments, but disputes that have to get a judge involved.
Corey Doyle is all business.
All right, clocks are underway, and here we go. Vesper 06, it would be cool in the future if you guys get a digital tape measure you could lay on the table like the awesome drawing we do. I would agree, that would be pretty cool.
Man, I would love that.
But it does have its drawbacks. And we'll talk about that later. Drawbacks being that if we ever make a mistake on the digital tape measure and we say somebody was out, they measure the table, say it was in. Oh man, drama, and we hate drama.
Nah, I mean it could be like the NFL, right? And the first down marker is unofficial. It's cool. It's just a good guide for the viewers, but it doesn't count. Oh my God, Chili just brought pizza. Chili
Brought pizza?
Chili, bring me the pizza.
Good guy, Michael Chili Winners. All right. So the advanced moves have been resolved by Corey. Here come the Hellmouth Tentacle moves by Jake. Looks like the chosen first unit's just running. Yeah, this deployment is definitely like we can see if we go to the top down view here, Lyle. So Jake has the chosen up front backed up. Oh, that came out really weird. Come on, mouse, work. There we go. We've got the chosen backed up by Blighted Rotwings in both positions. So it looks like we're going to see Jake push, major contingent this way, probably push these up around this way. Then he's just going to force the Blightbringer, as we literally see him doing right now, as well as Callus, or just right up the middle, and to sort of threaten this area. So that way, you've got the Chosen coming up on either flank along with the Hellmouths, and he's just going to be able to sort of like pinch in and be effective no matter where he wants to be on the table. My God, look how red Corey's beard is right here. That is glorious. Obviously, Corey's going to take his units of Forge Guard, and he's probably going to push, again, sort of a three-place attack. Spread the net requires you to sort of play across the entirety of the board. I'll be interested to see which solo he decides to park over here in the woods. Probably like Eris 1 or somebody's a little bit harder to take out. But he has to keep track of this Hellmouth and what the exact threat range is. If you're outside of 12 inches of the actual Hellmouth, you are safe from the tentacles. It's actually like 11.7 something, but based on the command, how far the tentacles can actually reach. So I bet if he parks a solo right here, he's going to be completely safe from the tentacles reaching him. Oni Firm on Twitch chat confirms 11.58 inches. That's really specific, and I appreciate you. But I just go for just be outside of 12. Well, I'd just rather be safe than sorry. I don't ever want to measure out 11.59 inches in a game.
I mean, somebody could make a widget for it.
Somebody will, and somebody wants to. I'm saying me personally, I'm going to put down the 12 marker, and I'm going to stay outside of that. Mm-hmm. You can have your 0.42 inches. Michael Chili Winners coming up to the commentary booth and offering us pizza. Man, we will make sure we move the microphones away from our head if we are chewing so that you don't have to listen to us eat pizza during the stream.
There will be pizza going in my mouth.
Oni Firm says, "This is my tentacle widget. Please never say that again." It makes me feel weird. All right, so we see that second unit of Chosen committing both to the middle and the top, just being able to go wherever they want to. Blightbringer, they're checking the measurement. Blightbringer is advancing directly onto the table marker used for it. Toe is in the zone. Well, more than its toe.
Yeah, it's a bit more than a toe. Even the judge has some pizza now. It's going to take focus to eat pizza and judge a game.
Spellwarner runs up. Harrier runs up. Lon, can you give me the standard table view, please? Looks like Callus is right here. Yeah, we see the Blighted Rotwings running up. So it looks like Callus kind of came into the pocket right there if you're keeping an eye on him. So basically, this portion of the board is going to belong to Jake after the top of one. He's going to set the line of engagement kind of just basically right here.
It's a pretty high line.
And say, come any closer, I'm going to blow you up. I think Callus actually ran, so we don't have any spells up of any kind. Same for, yeah, there's nothing else casting spells. Obviously, the Harrier didn't animus on anything. Rotwings are just running in, and Corey's preparing his focus and getting ready to get started with his turn one. All right. Everyone over there is literally every person I look at is eating pizza right now, and it is killing me inside.
God bless chilly winters.
Here Corey's talking to JVM, asking about additional threat ranges, asking very specific questions about extra speed, extra movement, what you can do to increase this thing's potential threat ranges. Corey in the tank right now as he's starting his turn, figuring out where he needs to move. Like I said, that line of engagement is really far forward, and as soon as he steps into it, obviously being Rulik, he doesn't have a ton of speed unless he's using Ostrom's feet, but popping Ostrom's feet on turn 1, ugh. What's the point? So he's going to have to eat some Alpha Strike here.
And the way Jake positions his army, it actually kind of puts Corey at a time disadvantage right out of the gate, because like you don't want to be typically spending a ton of time on turn 1, and really 1 hour for 7 turns, like if it goes all the way to 7 turns, is pretty tight. So you got to play smart and you got to play fast.
Yeah. The stream game I played yesterday for the staff stream game against him, I was down to 2 minutes when I finished out the game and won, and like every turn was taking a long time. I definitely felt the time crunch playing. So looks like Eris 1 is going to walk up, shoot the Blightbringer, then step back wherever the proxy base is. Hits. Does 4 damage to the 6. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Alton Ashley. So Alton Ashley walked up. That was the Monster Hunter shot on the Blightbringer, doing 4 to the 6. And the actual shot from bucking Jenny, the damage roll on it didn't do any extra damage. Then he just walked back to where the model actually was placed. Looks like Fire for Effect and Snipe is being cast off of Ostrom. So Snipe one on Kale Bailock, and Fire for Effect on the Horgenhold Artillery Corps. Michael Chili Winters is now eating pizza in front of us and still has not brought us any.
No, we have some. It's right there.
Oh, and then he pointed and yelled, "There's an entire box behind us."
Yeah, what
but
really happened
Tony
is Tony
Bronacek didn't inform us that pizza had been delivered.
Yeah, Tony is the one who let us down, to be honest.
So Michael has been absolved of his sin, and he is a bro once again. Wow. Give yourself a slice. I got this on lock. You're going to have to cover for like 30 seconds while I eat myself a slice afterwards, though. Go get it. Go get it. I know you're hungry. I can see it in your eyes, man. All right, now it's just us, everyone. Corey's being really good about the 2 table marker rule here. We see he's not really overdoing it. Eris 1 is activating, looking like she's checking the threat range. I imagine it's going to take a shot on. Let me switch to my top-down view here. Taking a shot on the actual Hellmouth itself. Okay. So we have the Eris here. He's placing the proxy base just to make sure the movement is correct, checking his range. She's going to stand there, pop the shot into the Hellmouth. Places the model. Def 14 on the Hellmouth because it's in a trench. Forgot the trench was up there when we were talking about the other Hellmouth placement. Amazing spots for the Hellmouth. Man, these Hellmouths could not be in a better position. You got one, no LLS here because of the woods. The other one, chilling in the trench, didn't matter. Eris took it, out. 1 shot, 1 kill, boom, all the tentacles are down. The top Hellmouth is just gone. Amazing, amazing play by Corey. Lord Rook says JVM was playing fair by having an LOS. Well, apparently, and look what it cost him. All right. So the blaster ran. That was not an advance and shoot. We have a Gordson Basher's going to run now. And that noise you heard on the mic was Lyle returning from his pizza. How is it?
Oh, it's so good. So good.
All right, Lyle, cover me for 30 seconds. I'm going in.
All right. Pagani's over there like, you guys are both eating pizza while you stream? So Corey just ran, and second one moves up to take a shot. Tony's being a real jerk.
All right. Yeah, the second part we missed there on the shots taken out the Hellmouth was that Kel was involved as well. Gecko in a suit asks 75-point armies. Yes, most of the major competitive events are played at 75 points. So we missed the Kel shot. Kel double shot doing 3 points each automatically, plus Eris coming in and doing the Death Bolt for 3 more, and 9 points to Hellmouth. It's gone. I'm trying to see where the Kel is exactly. I know he got sniped, so he's ranged forever. I see him. Kel was right here. It's that long measurement we saw at the very beginning of the game, that diagonal measurement, was the distance from Kel to the Hellmouth in the trench. So there must have been some rolls here where Kel had done the 6, and then Eris walked up and finished the job. Neff makes in chat says the game is balanced around 75 points. That's not actually true. The game is balanced to be playable at all values. 75 is just the standard tournament value, and kind of what we consider to be the average size War Machine army. But it's definitely playable at 35, 50, 100, whatever you'd like. So Corey had a really, it's now Jake's turn, and we saw Corey had a pretty conservative advance there, Lyle.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're talking about that line of engagement. He was using his ranged elements to pick some stuff off, but he doesn't want to get much closer than he has to. Mr. Zeno in Twitch chat says, this is hard to watch. My two favorite armies fighting each other. I don't know who to root for. Root for them both. There in the background real fast as Jake's we see Chris, Dan Cox, Brett Fogel. They're playing the other match back there. Trolls versus Circle. Winner of that game is going to then show up and face the winner of this man's brain, that man's brain, and all the things they do here. So looks like, okay, Chosen are just running. So Jake is setting 2 up to hold back the Rulic charge of the Jacks. It's putting 3 up there, okay? Okay, with a move like that, then I'm expecting the Blightbringer to end up moving way into here. with the +2 armor up, or at least get an AoE. Like I can see Blightbringer's going to move up, take a shot, clip them with the AoE for the +2 armor as many as he can.
That would be interesting because in all the games we've seen with Blightbringers on the stream so far, he kind of hangs back and, he'll get into position on turn 1, but after that, he's just buffing and shooting.
Okay, so we see the Blightbringer is in fact moving up, measuring the 6 inches. He hasn't committed to the actual movement yet. He's just checking to see how many of these big fellas he can catch in the 2 armor. It's going to be incredibly important for these Chosen. The Blightbringer's got 3 different auras you can pick. They affect within 6 inches of him, and also whatever he shoots with his AoE. One of these auras is +2 strength and armor for the friendly models. Then you've got the Chosen of Everblight. Defensive stats 12-17. And they've got rapid healing as well. Looking at up to 12-19. Then, on top of that, you're rocking Callus. Callus has Unconquerable. Models in his command range of 8 inches pick up Unyielding, which is +2 armor against melee attacks. So potentially, depending on where Callus ends up, you're looking at those Chosen being armor 21 and having rapid healing.
Where is Callus right now?
Callus is right here. And just came by one of the players that played in the Extreme Colossal Wrestling tournament that was held here at War Machine Weekend yesterday. And I believe you won, didn't you? You won the Extreme Colossal Wrestling? And you won it with the Blightbringer, a.k.a. a real beeping monster. Oh. Congratulations. She says she rolled so many 6s. That's the best way to win that game or any game is roll well. Nice. So let's see where the Blightbringer is going to commit to move here. Now, the thing that JVM has to keep in mind here is that Osram has the capability of giving bulldoze to so much of his army and can really mess around with the positioning of all these models. Now, JVM no doubt is keeping that in mind, so he's got to figure out where he can position the Blightbringer and all these buffs in such a way that the 2-inch bumps from the bulldoze won't be super effective unless Corey really just runs the army up there and triggers multiple bulldozes.
Bump.
Jeremy of Lale says, is the dominant use of the irregulars theme something that's caught the eyes of the dev team? The short answer is yes. The long answer is, let's watch this amazing game between JVM and Corey Doyle.
All right, so all the Chosen are within the buff range of the Blightbringer.
Believe we might be seeing a feat from Callus. It looked like a control range he was testing there, but maybe not. Maybe that was just run range from the Blighted Rot Wings. He could also be using those Rot Wings to try and jam up any bulldoze opportunity to really make it super awkward to Corey to be able to push those Chosen anywhere he wants to move them.
He definitely was thinking about feeding with Callus. We have the advantage of hearing JVM talk, and he was doing a little bit of measuring to check, but he might not actually go through with it this turn.
Okay, well. We see Callus advances. It looks like he's cast Ignite on that bottom unit of Chosen. I see the feat token on the table, so I imagine the feat is being used, but I can't confirm that right now.
Good guy Tony's going to check. Good guy Tony slash pizza jerk Tony.
Tony Bronacek. So we just got confirmation the feat has been used, so the feat's up, and Ignite has been placed on the unit of Chosen in the bottom right corner. Looks like that feat is... So that feat, with his control range, is not catching these two, but should be everybody else. And just like we kind of talked about, we see JVM running all the Blighter Rotwings up to cause a problem for the Bulldoze plan. So this is about to get real bloody, real fast. We see JVM moving that line of engagement from about here to basically here. And just saying, it's fight time.
Now he's got his zone entirely behind his line, which might be advantageous for him later.
I mean, absolutely. He will be able to consistently contest this zone, even if he's just running a Chosen and running a Blightbringer in, so on and so forth. But Corey contesting this zone is going to be a much bigger challenge, and you can see the Harrier is hanging back there to be able to score it. Harrier's right here. Harrier's probably not going to move for a quite long time, just sit back there and constantly score the 1 CP over and over again. JVM does not have any solos to go on this flag, but he is contesting it. Up top, let's take a look at JVM's list real fast. The only solos he has a Gudrun the Wanderer, and he has a Spell Martyr. Can you hit me with that top-up view, Lyle? These are Blighter Rotwings running. Where is Gudrun? Where are you at, Gudrun? Keeping an eye out for... Oh, there's Gudrun right there. We see Gudrun runs onto the flag. Great position. Turn goes back to Corey. Snipes drop. Sounds like Fire for Effect is upkept on the Horgenhold Forge Guard. Feet up is going to be absolutely brutal. As a reminder for those of you that are watching that are not familiar with Callus, one thing is he's got hyper regeneration. He does give everybody in his command range of 8 inches unyielding, which is +2 armor against melee. He's got Dark Guidance, Flashing Blade, Ignite, and Eruption as his spells. But his feat is when a friendly living non-Incubus warrior faction model and his control range is disabled by an enemy attack, you can replace it with an Incubus model. The replaced models move from play, Incubus pops in. Also, while in Callus's control range of 12 inches, friendly soulless warrior models gain +3 defense, which of course is all of the Incubus. Not to mention Callus himself. And the Spell Martyr, not that it matters. I believe Anastasia DeBray is ambushing in and going to try and get her a little bit of Gudrun. Twitch chat points out something a little tricky going on here. Remember that the feat makes Incubi pop in, and the Incubi are solos. So right here, we've got a Blighter Rotwing sitting on that flag. Corey kills this Blighter Rotwing. Suddenly, bam, he's got a solo. Up here, looks like Anastasia DeBray. She is ambushing in and going to go try and get her some Gudrun, or at least run in to contest. I'm kind of surprised because Corey's got a lot of stuff over here that he can go mess with Gudrun. Yep. And as I was saying that, I was like, I'm kind of surprised this was happening, and we see Corey change the ambush down here because I was kind of surprised he wasn't going to just run here and just literally stand on the tippy corner and force Jake to kind of come deal with things. Asking right now what the LOS of the Harrier through the woods is. Looks like it was not enough, so if Anastasia runs here, great move. Since she asked any updates on the other game, they're still playing. No other updates at this time. We'll let you know when that game is over, if it ends before this one, who won. So you'll know who's going into the finals. Corey says, I'm going into the tank for a minute, and literally sits down. So if you're Corey, what do you do here, Lyle?
I don't know. It's a tough one. Obviously, Corey thinks it's a tough one too. That's why he's tanking right now. And he sort of spent a lot of time on the first turn too.
The feat on the Rot Wings is brutal. Every single one of them becomes an incubi, and that's just a nightmare. And he doesn't really have the volume of attacks to be able to effectively double kill all the Blighted Rat Wings in the solos as well. Like, he'll be able to take some stuff out, don't get me wrong. Corey's checking the kill box right now to figure out how far Ostrom can even stand. He's definitely feeling on the pinch right now. I will say that Corey is, he's in a tough spot here. Kill a couple Chosen, which is definitely good. You know, you might be able to push through that front line, but like, Corey's barely out of his deployment zone. And the bulk of his fighting force is already now dealing with all the Chosen that are right there. Like, he has to clear these out, which all turn into incubi, by the way, before most of this is going to get anywhere and get anything done. Sure, he's got the bulldozers, but there's not a ton of great places that can really push him to.
Those Chosen are way up there. I mean, that's probably, 16 inches from his table edge or something, from Corey's table edge.
Super awesome, super aggressive play. We have a ton of viewers right now live watching the semifinal match. Thanks, everybody, for joining us wherever you are watching. And we will be streaming the finals match after this. The winner of this match versus the winner of the Brett Fogel versus Chris Dancock's match. And that does put one War Machine army in the top four, our top four being Legion, Circle, Trolls, and Mercs. We hear Corey go, well, we just do it. No,
We just do it.
He didn't say it quite as PG as that, but he just said, no, we just do it. Got to remember that the Blightbringer's aura of the +2 armor is up, so the flak field, which is not attack, which technically could kill the birds and not let them be replaced by incubi, it's 6 blast damage, and you got the +2 armor on the birds. It's not as easy as it sounds. Okay, Ostrom is feeding, casting Energizer, casting Unstoppable Force. Will Pagani stole our pizza. We turned around and it was gone. He's come back holding a single piece in his hand.
Yeah, a single piece of mostly eaten pizza.
A single piece of mostly eaten pizza. That's okay. We each took our 20 seconds and got our single piece. Wasn't disruptive. We're feeling pretty good about life. So we see the focus is being allocated. We know, or he's just making sure the focus tokens are on the correct models. Energizer going off. Unstoppable Force up. Feet up. Litoology on Twitch says that means the final starting in about 2 hours ish, but I would hang out and stay tuned. If this game and the other game suddenly end in the next 5 minutes, we would be going to round 3 pretty quickly. So it looks like Ostrom took a pot shot with his hand cannon, rolled a 3, and just missed. Okay, so we see a Bash is doing a slam. As he moves, the first thing that happens is he bulldozes the Chosen he contacts. See a free strike coming in from the other Chosen. Attack hits. Does 2 to the 3 on the Basher. Okay, so slam hits. Basher follows up, boosting the damage on the Chosen he slammed. It's dice off 4. Does 8 points of damage. Just flat blanks him. Turns him into an incubi. Flackfield trying to take out the Rotwing. Doesn't manage to get anything done. Collateral damage on the Chosen. Nah, Snake Eyes doesn't get anything done. So one Chosen down turns into an incubi. All right, Corey's saying the Forge Guard are going to get a charge. Ostrom had feeded. So, in case you're wondering how they're moving so far, and how they're moving through the pool. First unit is running. There's a clarification for Corey to JVM about Ostrom's feed as model/unit. So you all got to do is really clip one model in a unit, and they all get the benefits. So first charge attack on the Chosen. Needs a 5 to hit him. Misses. Next attack is a miss.
I'm gonna stop rolling your dice drain. This doesn't fix it.
Corey yelling that our dice tray has cursed his dice. I let him use his own dice. Chosen takes 4, rapid healing, heals 3. So 3 Forge Guard in on that one Chosen. Net result, he takes a point of damage.
So they're doing a judge check right now to see if he can slam that model and push him into the base of the other Jack over there.
So what he's trying to do is this one slams, bulldozes this model back, and then is there room for the original model to now fit here is the question. So we were looking, the judges showing, showing where the final position of the slammed model would be. This will be after the bulldoze. Okay, so this is where the bulldozed model would end up. Now the question is, does his model fit on this direct line into this space right here? The answer is see what the judge's call is. Judge's call is just making sure the slam is a direct line. Puts down that. Okay, judge's call is it does not fit. They are replacing the model. So placement of the Chosen stops the bulldoze slam from being possible. So that wall is, and the placement, Jake's placement of the Chosen is really gumming Corey up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The middle unit of Forge Guard are charging. They're able to move through the Jacks because of Tactician Rulik that General Awesome has.
Right.
So Okay, so we see all the charges being resolved. First charge on the Chosen at the top. Needs a 5 to hit like before. Seeing if he's swinging across the wall and whether or not he'll need a 7 instead of a 5. Getting the judge involved. Judge says it's over the wall, so we'll need a 7 to hit with this and not a 5. Unpausing the clock. Asking for a double check. All right.
It's really close.
It's so close. Judge picking the Chosen up because he's on the proxy base to double check. Whatever the judge says is what will happen. Laser precision. All right.
Now they're saying not
Judge
over the
says
wall.
not over the wall. On starting the clock back up. Hits. Slams him. Got the crit. Boom. Replacing the proxy model with the Chosen. Dice off 8. Just one-shots him. Chosen becomes an incubi. All right, charge attack coming in on the Chosen at the bottom of the wall. Hits him, dice off 6, kills him, no slam. Tough roll. Doesn't kill him, or doesn't make the tough roll. What was he getting tough? He got the tough roll because they're tough. That's why. They didn't have tough for a while in CID. I got to remind myself. Always read the cards. Always read the cards. Okay. So we see that unit, the middle unit went and took out 3 Chosen.
It definitely feels like the clock's going to be a big factor in this game. In fact, it kind of already is. You see that Corey's being really careful with his clock in terms of like asking Jake to use his clock for when he needs to roll tough, when he needs to place models, things like that.
Zumpacabra asks, can you roll the tough and still get the incubi? Yes, you may. Obviously, if the tough fails. If the tough passes, an incubi doesn't crawl out of your body while you're still alive.
I mean, you'd have to be super tough for that.
That'd be horrifying. I'm still alive. Ugh. Okay, we see the Basher slammed the Chosen. It's able to declare the slam, bulldoze it, complete the slam, follow up, rolling damage.
Dice off 4.
Does damage, heals some, knocked him down. Flag field does nothing. Pile 6s from the rest of the flag field, and the surrounding models can't possibly hurt them, so no point even rolling for him. It was only the pile 12 for the guy he was in base with was what he was trying to roll. So, right now, this Chosen here is knocked down with 1 wound left. Actually, I'm sorry, he's got 3 damage boxes left and he's knocked down. But everything else is basically full health. Obviously, this line here evaporated, as was to be expected. It's not like Corey was going to spend his whole turn not doing anything. But as it evaporated, we see the incubi that have popped up in their places. Looked like Kel shot, did the last 3 to the knockdown Chosen, replaced with the incubi. shoots the Blightbringer with a second shot since he's aiming with the dual shot. And does 3 points, just going along the spirit. Corey's in the tank right now. Corey lamenting the amount of models Jake has, saying, I can't put anything where I want it. You've got so much stuff. Jake, why do you have so much stuff? Jake saying nothing.
As long as those incubi are popping out, he's not really cutting into that model count.
Nope. Looks like the other game going on, the Brett Fogel versus Chris Dancock game, still happening. Still mid-game, so no update there yet for those of you watching live.
Lining up a blaster spray.
Yeah. Don't really like them using the same proxy as the flags, but okay. Okay, so powerful attack from the blaster, so it's boosted attack and damage rolls. Looks like it's catching a Incubi, a Rotwing, and I didn't see if it caught anything else. We'll see what Jake ends up picking up. Incubi dies, Rotwing dies. Rotwing is replaced by Incubi from the feet. Other Incubi dies. Shoot 3 models, kill 3, still have 1 standing there. Callus 1, folks.
It's Callus 1 math.
We see the Kayazi Eliminators come running in to contest the flag. Flag got bumped. Jake is fixing it. Okay. Anastasia runs up from ambushing in the back arc of the Harrier in the zone. I'm surprised he ran up that far.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that you want to maybe make some of this stuff turn around, but the Harrier has True Strike. And he didn't have line of sight through the woods. That was less than 3 inches.
So Jake just rolled a free strike and hit, doing 2 to the 5.
Do we know which model that was that took the free strike? I didn't catch what was moving.
I didn't catch it either.
That was the Driller. The Driller's got sustained attack on the Blightbringer. And he's going to start beating on this thing. Oh, wait a second. We took True Strike off the Harrier. It's elusive now. Told y'all. Been doing this game since Mark 1, man. Sometimes old things pop in my head. Luckily, either I or Twitch chat will catch me when I make mistakes. Cheers, Twitch chat. It'll still have dark guidance from Callus, though. So, I mean, it'll hit her. Okay, looks like the Basher resolved a slam. They were just confirming with the judge how to do some of the placements.
Corey's definitely feeling the heat from the clock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's still only down about 11 minutes. A little bit over 11 minutes from Jake. But it is only bottom of 2.
Right.
Okay. Looks like 4 damage got in from collateral on that slam. We hear Corey saying, it's him having to kill his own guys to be able to get the proper position. He's like, but killing my own guys is bad. I don't want to do it. All right. Artillery is shooting. It's got fire for effect up. Looks like it's shooting at the Blightbringer. At least that's the grid it seems came up on Jake's phone. Does 12 damage to it.
Wow, it's a big hit. 5 boxes left on the Blightbringer.
Wow. Getting work done. Here comes a driller.
Driller
Looks like a
advances
free
and
strike.
takes a free strike.
Yep.
The free strike will miss on Snake Eyes.
Corey thinking he's playing Monpok over here, taking big shots with artillery at monsters in the middle of the table.
So we got an aim spray coming, and he's going to boost it.
Yep. This is the blaster spraying out some of the incubi that popped up. Needing 8s to hit. Dice off the jack is 12. Let's see. He needs an 8 to kill the incubi here. Okay. So basically he manages to not kill any of his own guys with the aimed powerful attack spray, but does manage to kill the incubi in the way. All naturally walks over, shoots the Blightbringer, Monster Hunter, and puts it down to 1 box. Now the actual damage roll from Bucking Jenny.
Aaron Smith and Andrew Jacobs, you need a 2-player tournament. Please head there now.
Needed an 8 to kill, and the actual damage from Bucking Jenny rolled a 7. Blightbringer's alive with 1. Gordon is walking up, going to throw a blind black oil. Trying to blind the Chosen. Looks like he missed. He's reaching for his deviation. Oh, no, he got it. Oh, it was the knockdown Chosen, so he needed anything but to hit him. That makes a lot more sense. Blightbringer's on 1, Corey. What do you got left, man? Iris hasn't activated yet. Iris walks within 12. Needs to not roll Snake Eyes on the hit roll and just automatically picks him up with Death Bolt. And not Snake Eyes.
Wow.
Blightbringer is gone. That is a huge blow against JVM. Looks like Forge Guard are running. And as Corey says, we're bubble wrapping Osram. Everyone's activated. Turn passes over. There is no scoring happening this turn. All zones are contested. All flags are contested. Remember, Osram's feet is still up, so those ruler models are not going to be the easiest thing for Jake to deal with here.
What a turn-changing thing for that Blightbringer to go down, though, because it felt like Corey wasn't doing enough work for the amount of time spent on that turn, and then finishing it off with killing the Blightbringer sort of changed the dynamic on that.
And it all came down to him playing out, clearing this muck here, and getting the driller in. This driller did so much damage, right? And so that's what mattered, was he played this with the incubi incredibly well, got his heavy in under Osram's feet, ton of damage. Then the boom headshot from the fire for affected, like this Horgan Horde artillery core. Like so here's the Blightbringer, right? You got a big old head, right? Big nugget, right? And he just boom, That thing did like 12 damage. JVM in the tank right now, forgetting what he's doing. I didn't catch if he put a tentacle back. Oh, wait, he hasn't lost any tentacles from that unit. Yeah, I see all of them now. Because here's the Hellmouth here. We've got a tentacle here, here, and unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, there's one right there. Yo Soy Diesel says, confirmed that the dice tray was not cursed. Agreed. So right now we're still in the control phase. Jake's in the tank, figuring out what he's got to do. So, Lyle, if you're Jake, how are you countering this? Because, man, Ostrom's feet's up.
Uh-huh.
That's bad.
That is bad. It definitely puts Jake in a tough position, and losing the Blightbringer seems like something that maybe Jake wasn't quite expecting.
You know, so those of you that don't familiar with Ostrom, Ostrom's feet is friendly Rulik models units currently in his control range get +3 armor, speed, and Pathfinder for 1 round, okay? So then looking at, let's just say, the Driller and the Basher, they're the same defensive sets, effectively. The Driller's Def 9, the Basher's Def 10, but they're both Arm 19. They're both up to 22s right now with the feet.
I mean,
22 is real high for Legion to deal with when your biggest hitter's gone.
Right. I mean, I think you chip away the scenario, you can get the bottom zone.
The hard part here is that the Blightbringer was so key to so much going on. Not only was the big armor buff, but the Dragon's Breath gave +2 strength.
Right.
Right? So the +2 strength is effectively just saying your feet is only +1 armor.
+1 armor, right.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm. What's that model by the top flag?
So up here, we've got Gudrun, and this is a Kayazi Eliminator unit.
Oh.
Blightwings moving up. Blightwing charge kills a Forge Guard, even under feet. Hits him. Does not kill. All right, so looks like a Chosen of Everblight unit's getting a. Oh no, it's the Hellmouth is going. I'm curious to see what you're doing. He's getting press forward order, so they're running. Yeah, that's a run. That wasn't a charge there. Let's see where the other ones go. Okay, the forward tentacle is also running back. And we see that third tentacle up there. Where's it gonna go? Some interesting choices here. I'm not sure if they're good ones, but you could take this tentacle, go into this driller, and just drag it to hell. Wait a second, I'm thinking we changed something in Mark 3. You can't actually drag those things. Hold on. Ha ha ha. I remembered this time. And chat is immediately all over it in the comments. Gotta love you guys. Yeah, they've got sturdy. They can't be pushed anymore. So yeah, the Hellmouths are not going to be pulling those jacks anywhere because of the new sturdy roll, something new that appeared in Mark 3. Definitely was not in Mark 2 or 1.
Definitely not.
Frat Bro in Twitch chat asks who won between Jaden and Brett. Brett won. Right now, the other semifinals game going on is Chris Dancox versus Brett Fogel. The winner of that match is going to face the winner of this match. Okay, it looks like the Chosen are getting a press forward order, charging in. Looks like an impact attack there on one of the Rot Wings. Impact attack on the actual driller. 16 is the total palpable strength, which does nothing to a driller under Ostrom's feet. Putting down a proxy base to figure out this other Chosen's charge here. Charge roll, or charge move. Charge attack hits. It's dice off 5 here with the feet up. So, does some damage. Second attack definitely hits.
He's on fire now.
Yeah, pulled off the crit. 6 damage from the second charge.
And still all systems intact.
Okay, Spell Martyr runs onto the flag. Jake confirming that Anastasia's defense is 15. It's Harrier party time. Harriers are mat 5. Need a 10? Got it?
Got it with an 11.
It's only pound 9. Needs a 6. Gonna boost. Got it.
Got it.
Corey rolls a tough roll and just starts laughing. And Jake's like, get out of here with your tough. Obviously just playing around. Having fun at the top tables. See, Harry doesn't even need True Strike anymore.
Nope. Just needs to roll a 10.
I mean, you spend one. You used to spend one for True Strike, and then you had to boost damage anyway. It's basically the same result. You just have to roll a 10 to hit Anastasia, so it's more exciting this way. So cheers. The Harriers are more exciting. You got there. Okay, looks like the other unit of Rot Wings is going on. Yeah, this is a charge coming from that other unit of Raw Wings up at the top. Just getting all up ends on everyone. Though those bashers are going to make quick work of them on the following turn. You know, these Blighted Rot Wings, we're looking at an armor of 11. Not going to be able to get up to the 13 anymore because the Blightbringer's gone. And unyielding won't matter from Callus if he's even near them. So you're looking at PAL 6 blast damage from the Basher's flak field for the ones he's not in base contact with. The ones he's in base contact with literally just get evaporated. The rest of them, you're looking at 6 versus 11, needing 6s to kill. Pretty good. Blood Rings go in and scrape the paint job up with the Basher a little bit. Okay, charge is finished. They're going to reposition. Amok the Truth Bearer charges in, clocks a driller in the nugget, does 1 to the 3. Amok the Truth Bearer runs in with his club, rocking dice off 10. It's only PAL 11 or PAL 12 club. Bonk. Sometimes you got to kneecap a driller with your big rock. Sometimes it don't work. I believe this is Gudrun. Can you give me that top-down view, please, Lyle? Boom. Gudrun walks up, tries to punch the Eliminator that's in the trench, misses. So right now we still have Eris. Kel should be around here, I do believe. We still have the fire for affected Horgan artillery corps, like the firepower that Corey's going to be able to put out just in terms of his back line sort of support is really strong, not to mention all the Forge Guard you still have alive. And, yeah, the whole Rulik battle group. I don't think any systems are out from what we've heard. It's not about one-shotting a driller with Amok. It's about sending a message. So we saw a combo strike from one of the Incubi, going with a Forge Guard. Did not break armor. And Tony Bronacek, I think we have the other game over. Can you go give me an update, please, sir? And we will announce that to everybody and see how the other game ended. Okay, we see Chosen. Looks like just running. Okay, we see one of the Chosen making his attacks on the basher in front of him, scraping up the paint job a little bit. The armor is way too high. You're not really getting anything done. Okay, we have confirmation that Brett Fogel has beaten Chris Dan Cox, win by scenario. So our final will be Brett Fogel, Rock and Circle, versus the winner of Jake Van Meter versus Corey Doyle. It's going to another finals game where we're going to see Brett at the top table, consistently good player. Be excited.
Yeah. If you're Brett, who do you want to play against next round?
Let's take a look at Brett's lists real fast. Brett is rocking Kruger 2 and Iona. I think I want to face... I'm probably going to end up facing either Primal Terrors or this list is what's honestly going to happen. It's pretty hard, actually. Let me take a look at his Iona list and see what he's got capable of. Oh, he's running double max Ravagers with the Chieftain and full max Wolf Riders with the Iona list. That can beat some stuff down. I think it's pretty close. I probably want to face... God, that's actually super hard. I think he wants to fight against Osram, but I don't think it's by much.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. At the end of that turn, Jake looks to have scored at least 2. Yeah, he scored 2 CPs. He got the bottom zone and the bottom flag. And I was just checking. So Jake scored this flag with an Incubi, this zone with a Harrier, and I was trying to see up here, but I believe there's still a Kayazi Eliminator right down here, so he couldn't score that one. So turns back to Corey, and we're going to see what happens. So, let's look at Corey's turn. First off, Ostrom just charged. I'm into it. Corey has to contest. Probably with something meaningful. Like, maybe just a dude, but don't want him to be able to just clear it off and get another point. Here's the real problem. What are you going to do about this zone if you're Corey? Because otherwise, if you just keep fighting here, right? Like, if you're just fighting over this the whole time, and maybe, like, the Eliminator survives up here, who knows? Sure, this whole area can just be a brawl for the next 3 rounds, and while the clock goes by. You better figure out an answer to this. If you don't have one anytime soon, this zone is going to cost you the game.
Yeah. And there's definitely, it doesn't look like there's an easy answer to propose from Corey's side.
There really isn't. There really, really isn't. The best thing he can hope to do, I think, is to clear this zone out and start scoring on it to try and slow the bleeding. But even if that happens, then Jake just has to answer in kind as best he can. So I would say clear this zone out and get some jacks in there. It's time to spread this battle group out. But even then, I don't know what you're putting over here. Let's look at Basher walked up, did have a flag field, killed 3 Incubi. Sorry, an Incubi and 3 Rotwings. little blaster walked away from a rot wing. Yeah. We can see right here that all Corey has to kill is this rot wing and this rot wing here, and then he can score this zone, which will be great. But the point is, every turn, Jake can just run a model in there, contest while he scores his. And so he's always continually scoring his bottom zone, while Corey is basically scoring every other turn.
Right.
Twitch chat asking, where is Callus right now? Callus is right here. Ostrom is right here. They are happy to see each other. Driller's going into Amok. Tough roll. Amok is tough. Wow. So Driller used everything I got, drilled Amok in the head, and tough roll. He's still alive. He is knocked down. Does have Rise. Corey's starting to speed up his movement a little bit here, checking some of his threat ranges. He's got 20, I mean, any second now he's got 20 minutes left to finish this entire game. Okay, so we see the purple unit of Forge Guard running, making some attacks, clearing out some of these rot wings that have been gumming them up.
So he's chewing through some of these rot wings right now.
Yep, this is the unit of Forge Guard right here. That purple unit that you see just cleared out a bunch of incubi and rot wings that were in their way. Driller is charging into the Chosen, getting in contest range of the flag, obviously super important. Charges the Chosen, going in with, I assume... Oh,
Takes a free strike.
Yeah, free strike. I saw 4 here. 4 to the 6. That's from the other Chosen that the Driller charged at the range of. Okay, needs a 6 to hit. Gets it. It's POW 18. Does 6. He heals 1. Buys an attack with a drill. Hits. Tough roll. Not tough. The reason you see Jake rolling 2 dice is he's rolling his tough roll and his heal roll, so that if he doesn't make the tough, he knows how much he heals automatically. He's just saving up time. Him and Corey talked about that being okay, and Corey was fine with it. Okay, so Basher Flak Field got a little bit of damage in on this Chosen. Making an attack. Dice -4 on the Chosen. Boosting damage. No tough roll. The blue die is the tough roll for JVM. Kills the Chosen. Headbutts it to death. So Brett Fogel and his circle with either Kruger or Iona. Iona released at this show.
Yeah. It's pretty ballsy to play an all-new Warlock at the show. It comes out as pre-release.
I mean, yes. But, I mean, no doubt they've been practicing with CID.
Yeah, of course.
Nitro Turtle says, what's the Iona list for the Circle player? Well, you will find out during the next stream. We'll definitely go through their list then. We want to call the action here at the moment. I can tell you it's got 2 max units of Ravagers, though, and that was super exciting to see. Brett being really excited about those Ravagers. Here we see, it looks like the red unit of Forge Guard up top. Oh, they're figuring out the defense of Gudrun right now when he's engaged. So we see the Kayazi are going in on him. They are both charging Gudrun. Hits combo attack, I think he said. Okay, so the first strike just drops Gudrun. He is down. Yep, another combo strike, and Gudrun is killed. So no longer capable of scoring that unless he gets another solo or his caster up there. That flag is basically blanked. I mean, Amok's not getting up there. Amok's probably still dead this turn, even though he's laying there on 1. Callus is not getting up to that flag. I don't remember there being any other Incubi that have survived at this point. There's the Spell Mortar on the bottom flag, so that flag basically does not exist for Jake other than trying to contest it because he doesn't have to deal with all the solos Corey's got up top. Atlas STU asking if Kayazi Eliminators have Combo Strike. They definitely do, and it's real good.
Might be Corey's plan to move one of his mercenary solos over to that flag to kind of counteract the points he's losing on the bottom zone.
Could be. Okay. Chosen and the Basher are blinded by Gorman, aiming. Other Basher walks up, flak fields the other tentacle. Kills the Rotwing on the other side of the driller. Rolls 1 die damage on the tentacle. Boosting damage for 2 dice. Headbutts the tentacle. Mortar advances as the fire for affected Horgrenhold Artillery Corps. Hits the Chosen. It's PAL 16 here. Brutal damage. Kills him. Boom. Blast damage on the Hellmouth itself. Mibbles asked, does Corey have any way to contest Jake's rectangle? That's one of the things we were asking about earlier, was what he could possibly get over there. The answer does not look like very much. I think Amok is still alive. The other problem, though, is for Jake, Corey is taking this zone. Like, that is happening. Doesn't have it this turn, but he has to blank 1, 2, 3 models, one of which is the Hellmouth. It is behind the woods. We said it was going to be super important. Callus can't contest, so that doesn't matter. He can easily get a unit in there. Hell, he can run the Kayazi Eliminators if he has to. They count as a unit. We have enough stuff to move in next turn to contest that flag. So we'll see. The main problem, I think, is going to be Corey's clock. Can you give me a top-down view here, Oz? Or Lyle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Oz. Okay, so it looks like Amok was killed by the flak field from the Basher. So we see that's where he was standing, and we couldn't see him behind the jack. So Amok is dead now. They were checking LOS from a driller. Okay, Corey was trying to figure something out and then realizing where he had to actually spray, and then he didn't have a good spray angle set up. Okay, spraying one of the rot wings. Well, the problem was the driller wasn't in tactician range, so he couldn't see through the driller to be able to hit the spell martyr he was trying to catch with the blast. Looks like Kel is aiming, shooting. Oh no, this is Alton aiming and shooting. Does 2 points of damage to the Chosen, and he can't heal anymore from the Grievous from bucking Jenny. Yep, score is over. Jake goes up 1 CP. Corey goes up 1 CP. Both of them scoring their rectangular zones. So the score is now 3 Jake, 1 Corey.
Jake's starting to suffer on attrition, but Corey is in danger on the clock now.
Problem is Jake can very easily contest the top zone this turn, making himself just go up by 1. So he can go 4 to 1. I think you can't really clear out the center zone. Let's look at it. So you can give me that top down view, Lyle. So the only thing contesting this flag is that jack. Okay. Mm-hmm. That jack is pretty hard to get rid of. You're not getting the zone. That's just absolutely not happening. You're also not getting this zone, but you can run something over there. I think he's got a rot wing right here. It is tied up by a Kayazi Eliminator. Let's see what else he has available. Ooh, actually, no. The only thing he can get over there right now, because the Tentacle's not going to be able to go that far, is the Blight of Rotwing, which is tied up over here. So that's a bit of a problem. Plus, right now, it's holding down the flag. So I think the best Jake can hope to do is score this, maybe score this, and then to let Corey take a free strike and hope you can run a Rotwing over here and deny him. That's super, super risky. Okay, so we see Chosen charging on the driller, so he's going after that driller to try and start scoring that flag. Impact attack first. Hits. Does 2 to the 5 on the driller. Charge attack hits. It's dice off 2. Does 11 to the 4.
Cortex is out, left arm is out. 5
So
boxes left.
That driller by the flag's got 5 boxes. Twitch chat pointing out you can never, ever count out Jake Van Meter. That's 100% true. He's been playing this game for a very long time. One of the best players in the game. One of the best Legion players by far. And he's able to pull out plays you just never see coming. Okay, so the Blighted Rot Wings on the bottom of the field are going to activate. They're just going to advance. Jake saying, all right, boys, line up for a perfect flag field, but get some work done. Swinging on the driller. They have finisher. So these are just advances. They weren't charges. Rotwing 2 attacks. It's dice off 10. No damage. It's only got 5 boxes left. Last one.
Uh-oh.
The third Rotwing misses because none of them got in a base-to-base to lower his defense by 1. Oof. Rotwing fails to kill the Forge Guard, and the Rotwings down there had a very bad turn. Your Mum Ring says, why not charges? From our position, it was hard to tell. I don't think they had either facing or line of sight from where they originally were, and he wanted to get more people in. I think he might have been able to get one charge, but I think some of them maybe facing different directions based on where he ended up. So I think that's why he advanced. He wanted more shots at 3 attacks with finisher versus 1 charge with finisher.
Callus is activating.
Okay, Callus backs up. Callus cast Eruption on the tentacle by the zone, killing it and leaving a cloud effect in play. One charge attack with a tentacle on the driller. Hits. Needed a 12 to kill.
Needed a 12, got
Rolls
a
a 12. That was not a shake of concession. That was a shake of good job on rolling exactly what you needed. Okay. We see Jake getting the rest of his models in position. Rotwing up top.
Swinging a miss on that.
Yeah, he needs like 11s to hit her. Okay, so Legion scores 2. So Jake goes up to 5. Corey gets 1 more, so the score is 5-2. This is the bottom of 4. So we see the Kiyazi Eliminators are running. Staying outside of get murdered range by Callus. Making sure they're within 14 inches of the zone, so he's just running to get ready to contest. Fire effect was upkept. We see the Forge Guard charging in on the bird. So obviously he's going to try and get Eris to run in on the flag. Forge Guard hits the bird, blows it up. Eris runs on the flag. Corey realizes he is very low on time. So right now Corey is scoring at least 2. Forge Guard are charging in. Okay. Forge Guard go in. First one knocks down the Chosen, makes his tough roll. Second one just kills him. Charge attack goes in on the Rotwing. Had to redirect because the original charge attacker was dead. Gone. Blaster walks up. Spray attack. Powerful attack. Is going to hit the 2 Rotwings. Yeah. Doesn't get the tentacle because no LOS because the woods. Okay. Only kills the first Rotwing. Misses the second one. In contest range of the bottom flag. Basher's going to slam the Chosen. Slam goes in. Boost to hit. Good thing he boosted because he rolled the 5, needed the extra 3. Sends him back 3 inches because of Grand Slam. Pause on the clock to have the judge measure the actual slam because he's going to hit the rough terrain and there's going to be a displacement of the tentacle. Okay. Yep. Okay, so slam damage did 3 to the Chosen, then he healed 3. Collateral on the tentacle does. Nothing. Gorman walks up, throws a blind at the tentacle. High roll hits it. That right wing, the tentacle, and the Chosen are all blinded. Chosen is also knocked down, so he's knocked down and blind right now. Forge Guard are running. Basher's advancing. Driller's running. Ostrom is advancing. Kell runs. The artillery corps is just advancing into the zone, and I believe he's going to score 2 to JVM's 1 here. We'll see that. Okay, Alton walks over and just kills the Chosen that was knocked down and blind.
That was a nice tidy turn.
Wait a second. Corey moved his jack out of his zone. Both players score 1. Jake goes to 6. Corey goes to 3.
Oh,
Corey
wow.
moved his jack out of the top zone. No longer has anything there to score with.
Just as I was calling it a tidy turn.
Yep. So it's 6-3 right now. Jake has 6. Corey has 3. So, man, just a play mistake by Corey moving that jack out. He could have gotten 2 there. So if Jake can score 2 and prevent Corey from scoring any, he wins, but that's real unlikely. Oh, wait, no. Jake doesn't have to contest the top zone because there's no jack in it anymore. All he has to do is run something up there to contest. Oh, my God, Corey, that move might have just cost him the whole game.
The round.
So we're looking at top of 5. Yeah, top of 5. Jake's got 6. Corey's got 3. Corey not back-to-back scoring that top zone is going to be massive for this game. We're going to see if Jake can capitalize. So let's take a look at it. Jake can casually score the bottom zone. He's already scoring it right now, literally if the Harrier doesn't move or Callus doesn't move.
Yep.
He has a solo on the bottom flag. What he has to clear out is the little jack, the gunner, the blaster, sorry. That's within 4 inches. The question is whether or not the big jack is within 4 inches. We got head judge AK taking a look in. Okay, the basher's within 4 of the objective is now of the flag as well. So now you got clear both the basher and the gunner, making that far less likely. But where's your third point coming from? It ain't. So I don't think Jake's getting it that way. Still, if he can score 2 to Corey's 1, maybe run a. It's hard to see. I guess he might be able to run the Harrier up there, honestly, to the flag at the top left. Yeah, Harrier's your speed 7. So we're looking at, if this distance here is effectively 18 inches, the Harrier has got a clear line, just run up there and just contest. Callus can still score this zone there. Do that, you're just going up another 1. Corey's not scoring this one. Hellmouth is preventing this one for now. And this is all gummed up. Homer says, couldn't a Hellmouth drag the tentacle drag the big jack out of contest range? They have sturdy. They can't be dragged. Okay. Looks like Cal's had to cut a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't have his Blightbringer anymore, so he's having to cut to go to Max Fury.
So he cut for 3.
He's upkeeping Ignite on the Hellmouth. Somebody asking, what is... So you've got the Kiazi Eliminators up here. This is Eris 1 on the flag. You've got a unit of Forge Guard here, hanging out here. So Hellmouth gets the press forward order, charging. Tentacle charges. So charge on a Forge Guard. Hits. Kills a Forge Guard.
Whoa.
Crit fire actually sets the Basher on fire. Dice off 7, I believe. 6 to the 2. So Judge reminds him that Tentacle was blind. We hear that Jake's just talking to his Harrier going, Harrier, what are you doing? Harrier? Harrier.
He's got a lot of options with that Harrier. I mean, none of them are great.
Rotwing runs other side of the forest, stays within 4 of the flag. It just actually moves. It was blind, so just go speed 7. Spellmartyr walks away from the flag, staying within 4 of it to contest it. So all that's left is Harrier and Callus. Checking the 2 inches of the Forge Guard that was left that the Tentacle didn't get. So they're figuring out the run angle on the Harrier to go run within 4 inches of that flag. Checking the Harrier's run. So, yeah, we are looking at that straight run towards the flag to contest. They're getting a laser. Being like, can I do this without taking the free strike from the Forge Guard? So, Harrier riles and runs and goes and gets within 4 inches of the flag up there, contesting it. All that's left for Jake is Callus. Callus is going to Eruption the Tentacle, creating another cloud. Eruptions. Boom. Callus is going to move now. So, turns over, bottom of 5th. Jake goes up 1 CP. CP score is now 7-3. Back to Corey. Corey has 7 minutes and 37 seconds left. Ostrom advances. Yeah, he upkept fire for effect. Okay, Basher's slamming the Harrier. Ostrom's now standing in the top zone, by the way. So Basher slams the Harrier into the wall, knocks it down, does 11 damage. Forge Guard charge it. First one kills him. Kel walks to 14 of the Hellmouth. Leader of the Kayazi Eliminators runs to the edge of the zone. The other one's out of formation. Doesn't matter. Leaves it there. The one that's in formation, staying there. Looks like the Basher just ran out of the woods, puts its toe in both zones. Driller advances. Attacks the tentacle. Couldn't quite get to the Hellmouth. Corey says, I boost damage. And Jake's like, you don't need to boost damage to kill it. And Corey's like, but I want to boost damage. All right. Gunner advances. I think the Blaster's probably going to go around those woods and take a shot at the Spell Martyr right here. Yep. Hits it with a 6, kills the Spell Martyr. Now Jake has no solos capable of scoring flags whatsoever. So we had a charge attack from the purple Forge Guard going in on the tentacle. Get 3 of them in. That Blighted Rotwing at the bottom of the screen going to prevent Corey from scoring that flag this turn. Unless he can go take care of it somehow. Corey down to 5 minutes. Here comes the Basher. Basher is running. Puts itself in the zone with Callus. Stopping that one. Alton walks up, has the line to the Blighted Rotwing, shoots, caps it, goes down. We're going to see Gorman runs on the flag. Very nice. Mortar is just advancing, and we see Corey's going to score 3 this turn to Jake's 0. Yep. So the score now goes 7-6 at the top of round 6.
Big swing.
Huge swing. The problem is Jake has... So here's Jake's models he has left. Hellmouth and wherever the tentacle shows up. Callus. Cheers. Because there's nothing left beyond that. Okay. Tentacle's going to show up. It's going to contest against the flag. See, the tentacle can't take out Gorman. So Callus cuts to go to full. Callus is still not contesting, so what's going to happen this turn is that no matter what, Corey's scoring 3 more. Still not enough to win off just CPs. But next turn, very doable. We hear Jake say, I want to kill them all. So I see him charging in, and a bunch of flashing blades is about to happen. And then Jake going, well, but I can't kill them all. Let's see. Corey was down 3. Corey scored. Oh, wait. No, Corey scored 4. He did have a jack. The score should be 7-7. So Corey didn't score 4. He scored 3. I'm going to go talk to the judges real fast because they said he scored 3.
So Hungerford just confirmed that it is 7-7.
So yeah, I just went and confirmed with them that it's 7-7. The players actually had made the same mistake. They were like, no, I only scored 3. And I was like, Callus can't contest, so we're good. Yeah. We got there. Okay, Callus going in. I just beating on people with his sword. We will commentate and judge at the same time. I think at this point, Jake is rolling dice to try and kill Jax. Oh my God. These dice rolls.
So bad.
They're not going well. They're not going well. Jake going, "You're on fire. I'm gonna give you that token." I think Jake realizes the game is over, and at this point, he's having a good time with his caster, making some attacks on Jax. You know. Roll Snake Eyes on the last attack. Hands extended, and that's it. Corey gets the game. He's going to win on scenario. So nice try by Jake, but Corey is able to grind him out. Looked really bad for Corey in that very beginning of the game.
Really did,
but then
yeah.
once that Blightbringer went down, man, that was it. And like things started to really fall apart. It truly was the centerpiece of Jake's army. And Jake put up a great fight back, but Corey just bit by bit ground him down and was able to win the scenario game on round 7. Or round 6, I'm sorry. So really impressive showing by both players, and that's that was the next to last round. We've only got one round left to
That's
stream
right.
from here.
On to
The
the
finals
finals.
are coming up next. It's Corey Doyle versus Brett Fogel. Brett playing Circle. He's got Kruger 2 and Iona available to him. Corey's got, let's check his list real fast while we're. Corey's got the list you just watched being played, and his other list is a Gorton list being played, also in irregulars. So we're either going to see Osram or Gorton versus Iona or Kruger 2. That's going to be coming up very, very soon. We'll have those players and commentators in place. So from War Machine Weekend, we'll see you all later.
Stick around for the War Machine Weekend Invitational Finals.